Hello everyone, welcome back to Semi-Sendy.
Today we're here at Raccoon Mountain, which is my favorite trail system by my home in Chattanooga, Tennessee. These trails have it all, filled with an awesome mix of tech and flow amongst a playground of natural freeriding.
If you're anything like me, you might like to tinker with bikes and find ways to improve them. Even if you aren't at all a tinkerer, I think you should stick around and hear me out.
While this particular product is specific to my bike, the engineer behind this has been rapidly developing, testing, and releasing options for many other brands out there. This includes Specialized, Transition, Kona, Trek, and Yeti. If your bike isn't amongst these, definitely keep this on your radar. You might just see something pop up in the future.
Just in case you're curious, I did pay full retail for this product. This review is completely independent and is in no way influenced by Cascade components. I'm just a regular guy here to share with you my unbiased opinion. If you've been keeping tabs on the happenings with the new Hightower, chances are you've probably already heard about this new aftermarket link. This is their LT linkage, and you'll find a direct link to it down in the description below. If you saw my previous review early this year, you probably got a sense that I was less than thrilled with the performance of my RockShox Super Deluxe Select. To be fair, in hindsight, there was some misplaced blame that I placed on this particular component. I didn't come right out and say it, but I just wasn't getting the level of performance I was expecting from this shock, or so what I thought was due to the shock. Any combination of tokens, pressures, settings, and upgraded chamber options didn't resolve my search for the feel I was after. Swapping to a coil did help, but there's some serious concerns with clearance issues in doing so. And I'll be the first to come out and say that if you're at all shy about having some frame rub, toying with a coil is a terrible idea. I know, I'm eating some crow here, but sometimes problems don't rear their ugly head until some time has passed. So what was I after? Well, for starters, I really wanted some better small bump sensitivity. Also, while a coil helps with that, it sadly neglects the second aspect that I was looking for, which was more progressivity and better bottom out resistance. A few months ago, Cascade dropped the news that they were taking matters into their own hand, and they were developing a new lower link for the VPP on the 2020 Hightower V2. This was going to somewhat reflect what they had done with the Mega Tower previously. It promised to address both of these issues, and the numbers on the leverage ratio looked pretty promising, so I decided to give it a try. At half the cost of a new shock and equipped with new sealed enduro bearings, I figured if there was any perceivable change there, it would certainly be a good value. I was fortunate enough to get my hands on one of the first production links, and I've been putting in tons of miles in elevation on it and a couple of configurations. Today we're going to focus solely on using this link with the stock RockShox Super Deluxe with the 52.5 millimeter stroke. This means that to make the same change to your bike, all you're going to need is the link itself, a torque wrench with some assorted Allen bits. Simple, easy, straightforward. We're about to get into my overall thoughts on the performance of this link, but first, a few specifics on my setup and how this link alters the stock geometry a bit. As I mentioned, I'm running the stock 52.5 millimeter stroke, which ends up closer to 150 millimeters of travel width. The chainstay length is increased by 5 millimeters, and the bottom bracket height drops 2.5 millimeters from the factory low position. I found that a 160 millimeter fork provides the best overall balance. It puts the bottom bracket at an ideal overall height and complements the feel of the rear quite well. The added chainstay length definitely provides more stability at speed, and it feels easier to maintain a proper aggressive riding position, providing more front wheel traction. When climbing, it again helps maintain more weight up front, which keeps the front end from wandering when things get steep. The improved leverage curve provides a significant increase in small bump sensitivity. Not only does this help with high-speed chatter while descending, giving the bike a more supple planted feel, but it also serves to maintain more rear-wheel traction on technical climbs. In short, there is an across-the-board improvement on both descending and climbing. This no-compromise win-win is why I'm so passionate about this product. To top things off, the increase in progressivity has seemingly eliminated any noticeable bottom outs. I weigh 180 pounds and run the Super Deluxe at 210 PSI. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's pretty supple off the top and it gives me plenty of support throughout the stroke. I've only bottomed out a few times, mostly on sizable huck to flat scenarios, but the moment wasn't something detectable. I really hope this helped answer some of the questions you might have about this link. It's rare that I come across something for my bike that I'm this passionate about, and I'm glad I had this opportunity to share my thoughts. If you're considering buying this for your Hightower, go ahead and go for it. If this review has you curious about this product, I really wouldn't hesitate giving it a try. I guarantee it's going to put a huge smile on your face. If you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more content like it, I'd appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time, I hope to see you out on the trails.